All right, so in our last video, we went ahead and set up two different ways how you can get up and running with n8n so that you can start automating the terrible, boring, hard things for humans to do in your life so that you can save more time, do something that would take more time than a human possibly could do. But if you made it to video number two, we're going to be going over how to set up credentials so you can run your first workflow with something that's a software from outside of your computer or this software. So I'm going to create a new workflow. That's going to be step one. And I did talk a little bit about what credentials were in the last video, but I'll briefly just explain what they are again. So credentials are essentially how you interface with a lot of the outside world. Let's say we want to use ChatGPT, but we don't want to go to the website. How do we do that? We get an API key from OpenAI, and then we go ahead and we integrate that API key into our program that has the ability to talk to their servers, and then we can use ChatGPT just like on the website. So first thing we want to do is create a way to like talk to ChatGPT. So we're gonna have an on chat message, and what that does is if we want to test this, we can open the chat and it'll let us type like, hey, obviously it's not connected to anything, but we can type into it now, and it'll send our message to whatever is connected to it. So next we want to go ahead and type in open AI because this is the one I know most people are going to use. Like, I just feel like this is the most simple one. Chat. Uh, what am I doing? I need to not type in OpenAI. I need to go to uh, advanced AI, and then we just want a basic LLM chain. All right. And this just lets you pick any model you want of the models that are supported, and then go ahead and use that model as the AI for your little chatbot. So we're focusing on OpenAI because I don't have this one installed. I use Google Gemini because the pricing is just insane. But I don't have an API key. So I need to go to OpenAI and set all of this up. So first thing I would do, especially if it's something I don't use very often or like an AI or an integration I don't use, I'm going to go to the docs, and you're going to just literally have it walk you through this process. And then after you do that, you should have your key. So right now we're just trying to get our API key. So let's go to dashboard. I think it'd be API keys. Here we go. And I have one actually. I'm going to see if, I don't know if I can copy this and it will work. Yeah, I don't think it works like that. Anyway, I'm going to erase it, create a new one, call it the exact same thing. I'm going to literally erase it right after this. And I don't have an organization. I'm not doing this as a company or using this as a company. If you do have one set up for your OpenAI account, you can put that in here. It's not mandatory, but if you want to just keep track of things and where the spending is coming from, you're going to want to do that. So now it's going to check and make sure that everything we just did was correct, and it is. So now we can actually use the OpenAI. We can actually use ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the chat. I'm going to send a message, and we're using ChatGPT 4.0 mini. That's what we're using. I'm just going to say, tell me about how credit cards work, I guess. I don't know. So now we're waiting for the message to get sent to the server, and it will talk to the server, OpenAI server, and then it'll come back and give us whatever it's came up with. And it looks like it did. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. And this is what happens in the background. Like this, can I not have that on my screen? There we go. So this is what we sent, and this is the output. Wow, this is a lot. Not trying to read all that, but it did work, and we see that it actually let us create something so that we can, know how credit cards work. And that's how you basically set up most of the integrations when it comes to trying to get something working with this. If it's already integrated into the platform, like by integrating the platform, I just mean pops up in this list. So, you know, what you want to do is go to the docs, pretty much always first. That'll bring you to the page where you need to see all the stuff to how to set it up. You do what it says here, it's working over there. But this is basically the flow of how you set up your integrations.